Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Africa, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. America, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javanokelo, live from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Greetings, beautiful people. Greetings, village. Thank you for joining me for another amazing episode of the African Father in America podcast. I am so excited to be here with you today for another episode of the African Father in America podcast. I am in Seattle, Washington, but I am from Kisumu, Kenya originally, and today we have a beautiful Ewe proverb that is going to ground our conversation today. As usual, here in the African Father in America podcast, every single episode is grounded on an African proverb, and that's because we value our African culture and our African traditions, and we are aware that without our ancestors we would not be here. And these beautiful African proverbs were shared by our ancestors long before we were here. And so I grew up where my mother used to share these African proverbs with me in form of lessons, in form of warnings, in form of educational moments. And so I grew up learning through these African proverbs, and that's why I love African proverbs, and I share them with my daughters. I'm a father of 3 girls. I share them with my daughters almost every single day. We discuss the proverbs from the show here, but also we discuss new proverbs. It's a beautiful way for me to build engagement with my daughters. So if you're watching the show, you're in the right place at the right time with the right people. And so we have a beautiful proverb from the Ewe community in West Africa. And this proverb says that making music without pause damages the instrument. Making music without pause damages the instrument. I want you to think about this for a moment, and while you're thinking about it, also type for me where in the world you are watching this show from today. As I said earlier, I'm in Seattle, Washington. Take a moment, let me know what this proverb also means for you. It says, making music without pause damages the instrument. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to take a moment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is at Okelo Javan. That's my YouTube channel. But also, it's my TikTok handle. So if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you're following me. Make sure you share the link to this live stream. I would really, really appreciate that. And then, if you want to connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook, that is also my handle. And currently, this current live stream is being broadcasted on Facebook. It's being broadcasted on LinkedIn, on Twitter, of course on TikTok and YouTube, and Facebook as well. So I urge you, if you're watching the show, make sure you are showing support by sharing the link. This current live stream, down below there's a link, there's a share button, so you can just press that and share this live stream with the rest of the world, so that we can continue spreading African wisdom and African proverbs across the world. And now I want to just repeat the proverb one more time, and then I want to share with you 3 nuggets of wisdom that you can take away with you. Every day, besides the proverb, we also bring you 3 nuggets of wisdom that you can equip yourself with. Our hope is that we don't only share these proverbs, but we share some nuggets of wisdom that you can apply in your life, or you can share with somebody as lessons from today's proverb. The proverb again today is from the Ewe tribe in West Africa. It says, making music without pause damages the instrument. Making music without pause damages the instrument. Now, this is the first nugget of wisdom related to today's beautiful African proverb from Ewe. The nugget says that taking breaks and allowing yourself time to rest is essential in preventing burnout and ensuring longevity in any creative pursuit, no matter what you're doing creatively. Now, this is a message to all the YouTubers and the live streamers and the podcasters and the influencers. No matter what you're doing, also artists, no matter what you're doing, even athletes, no matter what you're doing, taking breaks and allowing yourself time to rest is really, really essential in preventing burnout and ensuring longevity in any creative pursuit. I was meeting with a friend over this weekend, and she's someone who has been running this beautiful organization for many, many years. So I didn't know that she had experienced burnout and had to step away from her role. And so when I met with her, I was so excited, and I was congratulating her on the work that she had been doing, only to realize that she left that job like 2 years ago as a result of burnout. And so some of the opportunities I was hoping I could access through her, I could not because of burnout. So this is very fresh for me. I want to share the second nugget of wisdom here real quick, but I want to involve you in this conversation. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you share where you're joining us from, and also share what today's proverb means to you. Share it in the comments so that I can also share it. I can also give you feedback. I can also comment on your perspective and engage with you. So make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, you leave your comment down below. And also make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that next time when we are live, YouTube can notify you. The second nugget of wisdom: pushing yourself too hard and neglecting self-care can have negative consequences both on your personal well-being and the quality of your work. This is something that I definitely deal with all the time. I juggle so many things. Besides being a full-time father, I juggle running a non-profit organization, hosting this podcast, producing one of the biggest African festivals in the US, Madaraka Festival. I'll be speaking about that in a moment. And also running a media company, being, trying to be a good dad, trying to be the best that I can be, and all of these things are not easy, are not easy. And one of the things that I have realized is that, not neglecting myself has helped me in many, many ways, taking time to take care of my well-being, meditate, exercise, eat good food. It allows you to last a little longer, and it gives your community an opportunity to continue benefiting from your genius. We are all geniuses. So the more you take care of yourself and you don't neglect your well-being, the better it is, not just for you, but the world around you, your community. And so sometime, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your children, do it for your community. Take care of yourself for the sake of others, Number 3, this is our last nugget of wisdom. Just as an instrument needs proper maintenance and care to produce beautiful music, so do you. Prioritize self-care in order to achieve your full potential and avoid burnout. You see the music instrument behind me, it's called Nyatiti, and I love playing this instrument. And these two that you see here are the two, they are amongst the two that I don't use a lot because they're actually not functioning well. I played them to a point where some of the strings are broken, and so I take parts of them and I use them to make others sound better, So this last nugget of wisdom is really, really important. And it's really reminding us that just like this instrument needs maintenance, our bodies require similar type of care in order for us to function the best. Have you ever been in a situation where you really want to answer somebody well. Somebody is trying to engage with you. Maybe it's your child, maybe it's your colleague, maybe it's somebody, random person in the street, but you're just tired, you're hungry, you haven't slept well, and the answer you give them is something that you end up regretting later on, because you're answering them not from the best place that you are always you could be in. And so ensuring that you're in a good place and ensuring that you prioritize your self-care allows you to deliver on a lot of things, but also it allows you to achieve your full potential. Because if you continue running yourself down and not taking good care of yourself, really you won't last long. You won't last long, and if you last long, the quality of life that you'll be leading will not be so good. I see a lot of comments on TikTok today, and I really appreciate everybody who is watching the show over there on TikTok. Erica, thank you for your comments. And also I see that you're saying that always take care of yourself. That is really important. I also want to read some comments on YouTube. I see that a lot of you have joined us there. Thank you so much. Let me know where in the world you're joining us from. Just let me know the name of your city real quick in the comments right there, right now. I would really appreciate that. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Simon Javan Okello. I am in Seattle, Washington, and I love discussing African proverbs, So that's why I started this show. This show is called the African Father in America podcast, and it's distributed across all podcasting platforms. So this episode is going to be available shortly on Apple, on Amazon, on Spotify, everywhere where you listen to podcasts, you will find the African Father in America podcast. But also today and every day we discuss specific African proverbs with specific lessons that we can learn from them. And so I just finished sharing 3 lessons that are related to today's African proverb, and these lessons are really centered around self-care. The proverb says, making music without pause damages the instrument. What does this mean to you? What does this proverb mean to you? If you're watching, share with me in the comments on YouTube. If you're listening, let me know. Just go to my YouTube channel at Okello Javan and leave a comment on today's episode. Make sure you subscribe. I want to know what you're thinking. The best way for me to know what you're thinking, especially in regards to this proverb, is for you to comment and let me know. It says, making music without pause damages the instrument. This is exactly correct. Now, a couple of things I want to say as we are coming towards the end of our time together. Number one, I am leading the production of Madaraka Festival, and this year for the first time it's a national tour in the US. On May 16th we will be in New York at Irving Plaza. So go to Ticketmaster and get your tickets. On May 21st we will be in Atlanta, Georgia at Buckhead Theater. Go to Ticketmaster to get your tickets. And then on May 24th we will be in Dallas at the House of Blues in Dallas. Go to Ticketmaster and look for Madaraka Festival and get your tickets for those 3 dates. And May 26th we will be in Seattle, Washington at Benaroya Hall, and this is going to be an historic tour. We are working together with some of the most amazing African musicians from Sauti Soul, who are one of the leading bands from Africa, to Eddie Kenzo, who is from Uganda. Sauti Soul is from Kenya. We have Drez, who is from Zimbabwe. We have Anthony Cole, who is from Trinidad and Tobago. We have incredible lineup of DJs as well, from DJ Poison Ivy, who is the official DJ for Dallas Mavericks, to DJ Freddie Mooks, who is from Cameroon and is the chair of the Grammy Academy, and many incredible DJs. Les Cadence, who is the official DJ for KEXP here in Seattle, one of the biggest radio stations. So we will be hosting a lot of these people on the show over the next few weeks, and we want you to tune in. We don't want you to miss any of the opportunities to also get some of the merchandise for One Vibe Africa and some of the merchandise for Madaraka Festival. We will be sharing all this right here in the African Father in America podcast, and I highly recommend that you let people know about what's going on. You subscribe, and you also send me a direct message. Let me know if you want to be more involved with this entire tour. So with those few remarks, I just want to thank everybody. I see you, Cabs, over there on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Cabs is saying good morning, good people. Good morning to you, Cabs. Thank you for taking the time. I saw your puppies the other day and they looked really beautiful. I love dogs. Stella, I see you. Stella is saying good morning. Stella is joining us from Kenya, and Cabs is joining us from somewhere in the Midwest. If you comment, I will be able to give you a shout out. Now we are heading towards the end of our time together today. Tomorrow is going to be another beautiful episode here in the African Father in America podcast. So if you're just joining us, you didn't miss so much because everything was recorded, and you'll be able to catch it if you watch this video again. Again, I'm really grateful. Our proverb today from Ewe says that making music without pause damages the instrument. Let me know what it means to you. I am grateful. We're just wrapping up. Steven, thank you so much for joining us. I just urge you all to take a moment and comment on this live stream, and also share the link to this live stream with the rest of the world, and help me build our YouTube presence through those comments. Those comments go a long way. So if you didn't watch our episodes from last week, take a second, check them out, and leave a comment. If you're just watching today's episode right now, also leave a comment, and let's continue building. But most importantly, I need your help with selling out the Benaroya Hall in Seattle on May 16th, Irving Plaza in New York on May 26th is Seattle, Benaroya Hall. May 16th is Irving Plaza in New York, and May 21st is Bucket Theater in Atlanta, and May 24th is Dallas, at the House of Blues. So if you're watching and you can make it to any of these shows, you should run and get your tickets soon, and then let me know. I'm also building a community of people that can help us push this and make this first national tour of Madaraka Festival a great success. So tickets are already online. If you go to Ticketmaster, you will be able to get your tickets for Atlanta, for Dallas, and for New York. Just go to Ticketmaster and look for Madaraka Festival. And then if you're in Seattle, or you will be in Seattle on May 16th, you can go to the website of Benaroya Hall, where we are hosting the event here in Seattle. Now, I want to also give a shout out to Brother Earth, who has joined us on YouTube. He says that peace and blessings, village. Peace and blessings to you, Brother Earth. Also, Kesiwa says hello to every... Kesiwa says hi to Stella and Simon. And Kesiwa also is saying congratulations on the Madaraka Festival. Thank you again, Kesiwa. We've been working very hard for the last 9 years to bring Madaraka Festival to where it is, and I deeply appreciate your compliment. So with these few remarks, I just want to thank you all again. Without you, we cannot do this show. And with this, we will be here again tomorrow. Make sure you show up. Make sure you bring one more person, so that every single day we can continue growing this little village of ours, one proverb at a time. Thank you so much. Take great care of yourselves. Peace and love.
African Father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Africa, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. America, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle, Washington.